up, and welcome to the Manifest That Shit podcast. This is your girl, Latoya Beverly, aka your spiritual guide and business coach. This is a place where we're going to be talking about money, sex, and love, unapologetic, real, raw, uncut, and no strings attached. I'm going to be talking about how to slay, hustle, inspire, and thrive always, because that's what we do here at the Manifest That Shit podcast. So I look forward to seeing you in this upcoming episode. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Manifest That Shit podcast. It's your girl, Latoya, your spiritual success and business coach. This is part 2 of generational healing. I'm going to be coming real with you guys, talking to you about all the important things of why your legacy and moving forward, doing what you're doing in your life is so important to you and nobody else. So when I came on this journey of manifesting that shit, manifesting my legacy, it's all about mindset. Everything that surrounds the mind, everything that we have been conditioned to think, to that we were told as a small child, to an adolescent, all the way to where we are now, has shaped our future in some shape, way, or form. And it was very significant to me to be able to, just really discuss and talk about why you want to change and shift your mindset in 2018. So I went back home, as you heard. If you haven't, go back, listen to part 1 of the podcast. When it comes to all the things that we were conditioned, all the things that were kind of traded down the line, we were told what our grandmother, grandfather, cousin, auntie, uncles, somebody thought was right. It does not mean that what was right in 2012 and 1920, 1970, whatever, was right then, right? And it doesn't mean that it's right now. And there was something that I had to support you guys around, because there are so many individuals like myself. I've been sexually abused. My place of origin at that time, being 13 years old, was living in Sacramento, California, and really trying to figure out who I am and creating a happy and fulfilled life, trying to self-discover myself in what, you trust adults to say to you. And in this journey of transformation and self-discovery, it was really about bridging and building a new me. And so I share this with you because I believe that on this journey of self-discovery and transformation, that it's about correcting some of the patterns, the behaviors of others, and learning new ways of communicating and finding a different way of having that deeper love. So for example, I was talking to a girlfriend this morning. She's, dating, she has 2 kids, and she's an amazing mom, and, just an overall great person, my soul sister. And we were talking about intimate relationships and about creating more love in her environment, in her self-worth, right? So this is something that we've all gone in. You're dating and you're trying to find that special someone, and you're wondering, how the hell do I manifest love into my life, and knowing what's right, what's wrong, what has, doesn't even serve me. And so one of the things that I gave her advice about was doing generational healing, but through past life regression. Past life regression, you're working with a spiritual healer, light worker, someone in the metaphysical world. You are tapping into things that were in your past life, right? And that came from a different time and space, and as well as the things that you were brought down to believe. So, for example, if you're trying to resolve an issue around finding love, and you're not exactly open to love, but yet you are you have some emotional blocks, you have some spiritual blocks, some personal development things that you need to work on. Do you believe what your parents told you about love? Like, for example, it was said, or it was told, especially to women, like, oh, you're somebody and you're something if you marry a doctor, if you marry a lawyer, if you marry like a really good, hardworking man who is educated and all these things, right? Like, at the end of the day, like, nobody taught you that you could be your own CEO. Then here's another thing. Somebody sat there and told you, you can do anything. And then when you try to do anything, you're shut down, you're put down, you're told, no, honey, you got to go to school for 10 million years in order to satisfy this. Or you have to go broke and sacrifice in order to satisfy this. Nobody told you that you could be the CEO of your own life. They sat there and they told you that you had to marry a CEO, right? Or that for the guys, that your wife must be picture perfect and this size and this waist size and this breast size, and she would make the perfect wife, right? Or that she must cook and she must clean. Well, half of my girlfriends in 2017 don't even freaking use an oven, And they're amazing, good women. They're hardworking. They're independent. They have their own homes. They own their own cars. They're making money, whatever, right? But it's all through this level of family healing and transforming and breaking through some of these issues that we were taught deep down inside. For example, my dad, I love him so much, but he sat there and he raised me and my sister to not only be independent women, knowing how to electronically put things together, but physically put things together, use a nail and a hammer, how to cook, how to wash our laundry. Like, when he met his ex-girlfriend once upon a time, I was like freshman year of high school, she didn't even know how to separate her whites from her color. Here's my dad, grown-ass man. He's been in the military, very much worked for 30-something years, the same job, like, God bless him. And here he is raising a 14-year-old girl compared to a 20-something-year-old girl who probably did know, obviously, how to, do her laundry, but she depended on him as a father. And I'm like, hello, over here, and he also raised us to be strong Black women. And back in the day, it's like, okay, well, you must get that from your mama. Well, that's a lie too, because there's a lot of independent men out here who are raising daughters, and there's a lot of women who are raising men, right? So you have this perfect balance of what was said. And even me and my boyfriend sat down and talked because we were having some differences within ourselves. He's attracted to this independent, loving, caring, nurturing, self-sufficient woman. And he was raised by the same thing. And then here I am, ready and looking for a man who is self-sufficient, doing his thing, independent, grown, right? And able to do what he needs to do, make a dollar, hustle, all that. My man does do that, but here's the thing. When you get into intimate relationships, you're breaking certain patterns that no longer fit the individuals that you are at a deeper level, and you're moving into a more loving relationship that fits who you are. I needed a man who was more loving, caring, nurturing, physically and emotionally, who obviously, yes, absolutely, at the end of the day, has a job, a car, he's very good with his money, all that good stuff, knows how to save, also have a personality and have fun. And, and he wanted somebody who was loving and caring, but he could care less if I cook or not. He's happy that I do, kudos, bonus. But that's exactly what we became to each other. We became bonuses to each other rather than filling out the typical norm. So how do you create a legacy, and how do you know when you need to heal and move past what you've been taught? This is all about generational healing. Sometimes you've gotten into relationships and you sabotage your relationships with friends or with family or with your significant other because not being able to dive in and heal the deepest parts of us within our consciousness. We have housed the most unconscious memories, thoughts from the past, things that have been told to us, what we think is right, and not really being liberated beyond that, not tapping into our free-spirited nature. And the funny thing is that I'm the most free-spirited person, but I used to be uptight. Oh no, I can't be that way. I can't have fun. I can't dance in public. Well, I've always danced in public, but there are people who buy $100 dress to go out, pop bottles of champagne, take hours to get fucking ready. Oh no, but I can't dance on a fucking bar. I can't wow out. I can't dance by myself. I can't be the only one on the dance floor. Do you know how many, insecure freaking people we have in this world? Even men, women, whatever, right? But if we practice stepping away from judgment, from politicking, from being politically correct, like we were taught, the world would be a better place if we all really put action into play. Acting like ourselves and freeing ourselves from the norm and really practice generational healing. Truly, your blessings are right in front of you, and you don't even know how to accept that you don't have to be who your parents told you to be. You don't have to be what the college books say you have to be. However, whatever. I have a master's degree in project management, and how I have seen project management be done is not by the books, and it's not by the way that it's been taught. I did respiratory therapy for years, and I was a great respiratory therapist. I did not follow it by the books. Of course, if you're studying a test, absolutely, sure. But me as a respiratory therapist, going out and taking care of patients, even now working with people who have post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm who I am. People come to me for the reason of achieving their full potential. This is what it's supposed to be. Because why? I'm not listening to what my dad and my parents sat there and thought, or my family sat there and thought when I told them I was going out and being an entrepreneur, or like I call it, a soulpreneur, and helping people. I said, people are my mission. They are my life. And they would say, no, they're not. You got to take care of you. Well, of course I'm going to take care of me. But the freaking matter of it is that I am here to take care of other people, but also use my gifts and know when to step back and take care of myself too. So what does success mean to you, you guys? What does love in relationships mean to you? How did you develop your beliefs around success, around love, around sex? Did somebody teach you and tell you that sex was dirty, that intimacy and touching yourself was dirty, that you don't deserve pleasure in life? Manifesting your shit is at the deepest level. It's at a DNA, the core of new dimensions that are within you. Harnessing all of your healing abilities, opening up to awareness so you can stop judging yourself and realize your full capabilities and potential. What have you been believing to be bad that's actually probably really good? I remember walking into a pediatrician's office that I used to work with at the hospital, and I was telling him some feelings about, how I felt from maybe a past situation, whatever. And he looked at me dead in my eyes. Here's a man who could not care. He could care less if talking to you or not. But me and him had a special relationship. And he sat there and he said, Latoya, what you feel is normal. And I felt like he was talking to my inner child. Boom, right there. The burst of generational healing. Right there. what you feel and what you think is normal. I felt so fucking relieved. It was beyond me. I was like, wow. It made me feel like I had a place in the world. I didn't feel alone. All these people who've sat there and conditioned you to think one way or to feel a certain way, or that maybe you shouldn't feel this way at all, or that this is what real love is and really it's not. I've been telling myself a fucking lie and attracting all these different men in my life who were coming in sabotaging myself in a situation and getting with these fucking jerks. Let me just be blunt and honest with you. All because I was taught that this is what love is. And I was like, you know what? In the most fucked up way, no, it's not. This is not my definition of love. And that should be okay. If you walk away today feeling and hearing anything, know that your definition of love is how you love. Your definition of how you're going to go out there, hustle and fucking make money is your definition. How you believe in your success is your definition. I remember telling myself I was going to be 30 years old and making 6 figures. It was my goal. How I got there, wasn't caring, wasn't knowing. I was just applying myself. And then I opened myself up even further. Again, this is at a DNA core level. And I was healing all of the different self-love areas, self-care, self-mastery, believing in the good in me, believing in who I am, whether it was good or bad. I was letting go of the judgment, because guess what? The law of attraction says, kemetic teachings say, as above, so below, as below, so above. So what it's saying very simply is, what is up must come down, what is down must come up. What is good is bad, and what is bad is good. To somebody. I always tell my clients, I say, everybody has an addiction. Pick one. I had one. You know? So, you harnessing who you really are, what you really want, and how you're going to heal, and open yourself up to the true awareness of you, and asking yourself, how are you going to build your legacy, your future? How are you going to change your present? And how are you going to heal your past? What does success mean to you? What does love mean to you? Start to really sit down, journal this out, write it out, and say how and what. How did you learn to even judge yourself to begin with? Who told you? Now, I know there's going to be a moment of blame. It's okay. Go in. Go hard. Blame somebody. Somebody was responsible. And then go back to you. Because at the end of the day, there's a choice. You are now the person accountable for you. So, what do you believe in today? How will you build your legacy today? What will you do moving forward? What was bad that is truly good? Right? What is it? What has the universe been telling you the whole entire time, my loves? These are sessions that I ask people very deep questions and how and what to align. What is aligning you? What is it that you're experiencing in your life that you would like to change right now? I love you. I thank you for joining me here for part 2 of Generational Healing. Leave me some comments, direct message me. I am on Facebook, Manifest Your Legacy Today. So it's Manifest Your Legacy Today or manifestyourlegacy.com. You can also find me at Manifest Your Legacy on Instagram. Holler at me. Let me know what you guys feel about Generational Healing Part 1 and Part 2. I'd love to hear more from you. Write in to me, info@latoyabeverly.com. I'll talk to you guys soon. Mwah. Have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Manifest That Shit podcast. With me, your host, Latoya Beverly. I am your spiritual guide and business coach. If you want to hear more about my services and how you can work with me one-to-one, feel free to reach out to me at manifestyourlegacy.com or follow me on IG at Manifest Your Legacy or Facebook at Manifest Your Legacy today. I so look forward to connecting with each and every single one of you and touching your soul and heart. And you know how I like it, honey. Real, raw, uncut, no bullshit, and no strings attached. Just all success and all love. So I look forward to seeing you on another episode.